So, hi, today I'm going to discuss what is a class and an object, what are constructors and destructors, and how the memory is managed when an object is created using stack and heap. So what is a class? So, class is basically a blueprint of data structure we could make. For example, there are some pre-existing classes like string and other STL libraries. But what if we want to make a custom class of our own, like a tree node for traversing through a binary tree, etc. So what we would do is like firstly we would make that blueprint. That is, for example, I will make a class dog, and then I will define it. I'll firstly define its constructor that is given by the same name as the class. So, for example, I'm defining the constructor here, and I am using cout to show in the compiler I am a dog. Uh, okay, like the dog got initialized, and yeah. So then I'm making a destructor by the same name because to destruct an object, like for constructor you name it same, and by when you add a this sign before it, you are basically making it destructor. So uh, dog died. So now we have a class ready. So now this dog is not actually initialized. We have just defined a blueprint. But what if we actually want to have a dog? And like for example, let's name the dog Tommy. So I will make an object of the type dog. So what I will do is type dog, like I like a type. If I type string, we would make string. If I type dog, it will make a object of type dog, Tommy. So now, where's the memory allocated of this dog, like I created? So this was the constructor, this was the destructor. But now when I have defined the actual object, so the memory here actually goes towards the stack. Like if we only define the variable and not the pointer. So here it is actually in stack. But what if we, what when does it actually goes to the heap? It goes to the heap when we define a pointer towards it. So dog p as a new uh, dog. So what is p here? P here is actually the pointer that is pointing to the dog, and star pointer is actually the dog. So new here is actually used to allocate memory to the heap. So here the memory is allocated to the heap, and where new allocates the memory to the heap, whereas the pointer p, the pointer p is actually allocated to the stack. So when like stack is a data structure which we use like to automatically destruct when out of scope. Like for example, we are no longer using p as a pointer, so it will automatically delete and the memory would be cleared up. But for heap, there are different scenarios in different languages. So what happens in C++ is that key we have to define a destructor like I defined here, not dog. So if we do not define it, like we can't delete it. So for deleting, we need to do delete. Um, I think it was a P. Delete P should work. So yeah, when we type delete P, it will automatically clear the memory from the heap, and like we have a efficient memory so that memory doesn't overflow. We keep on allocating, and we don't have the memory free to make new object or do other tasks with our memory. The memory would be full if we don't free it. So we have to always free the memory in C++. But here we have an advantage ki when we free the memory, we actually know the memory is being freed. Like when we know at which point the memory is being freed. But what happens in the case of Java is ki we have garbage collectors instead of destructors. So what happens is whenever the pointer p, the only p star goes out of the actual, that is the actual memory allocated to the heap, goes out of the scope, like we are no longer using it and the end function is over, suppose. So it intelligently deletes it automatically, so that key we could use that memory for some other use purpose. But we can't actually know when it happens. But it actually happens, the memory gets freed. It might be a time later, but we can't accurately like predict or like know ki when the garbage collector is actually working and deleting, freeing up the memory. So yeah, that's the basic difference between both of the two. So let's see if it is working. Hmm. So there's an error. Int main is private. Okay, so I did not do public. Public. Now it should work. Hmm. I am a doggy. I am a doggy. Dog. So I defined two dogs basically. So it is printing two times. And then when I am deleting it, it is saying dog died. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.